Hello YouTube, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. That was me trying to be clever with my awesome audiovisual person. I don't think it worked out that well. So the time is approximately 6:55 p.m. Eastern Time, and the date is Tuesday, April 7th, 2020. Today is the date of the full moon in Libra. I have a very special affinity with this full moon, but I'll tell you why now. So, one of my personal favorite books is entitled MythAstrology, Planets and Pantheons by Raven Kaldera. And one of the ways that he prepared for writing that book, was calling upon every goddess and god of every pantheon and asking them to claim a planet and sign combination. The deity that claimed the planet and sign combination of Moon in Libra is the goddess more commonly known as Isis. And it's interesting to note that tonight is a full moon in Libra, and Isis is a full moon goddess. So for me, this is usually the night before a full moon has much more energy. And most of the time, the night of a full moon, the full moon sign changes. So it hasn't happened lately, but in my experience the last few years, usually the night of a full moon, it's no longer transiting in that sign. So, it has happened in the past where a full moon in Libra became technically a full moon in Scorpio. And it's a different energy. It's not a bad energy, it's just a different energy. And when I engage in ritual work and spellcraft, I work with the moon, Mother Moon, and I also work with the transiting moon sign energy. But be that as it may, before I go any further, let me acknowledge my 3 newest YouTube channel subscribers. They are Apple Snapper 4, as in the number 4, and I love this. Apple Snapper 4. It's cool. Joanne Hernandez Valerio and Beatriz Figueroa. Latina! Latino! Latina! Anyway, oh yes, I have some new baubles. Welcome to the 3 of you to the YouTube channel of yours truly, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. And yes, I have the lighting, I have the fan. So, this is the pendant that was a gift from my awesome audiovisual person for my birthday one year. And it's so funny because his sun sign is Aries, my sun sign is Capricorn. And when I first saw this pendant, I was like, this is an Aries crystal. And sure enough, it is an Aries crystal. It's called brachiated jasper. And some of you know that I tend to wear the same rings and bracelets all the time. But when it comes to my primary pendant, I basically wear it depending upon the transiting sun sign. So when the sun is in Aries, I wear this. When the sun is in Taurus, I wear this beautiful round en cabochon rose quartz. And when the sun is in Gemini, and you get the idea. So this I wear when the sun is in Aries, and the sun is currently in Aries. The moon, as you know, is in Libra. This I began wearing shortly after I began leading a monthly goddess circle, and I tend to wear it every day now. I don't wear it in the shower, but I just wear it every day, either under my shirt or over my shirt, depending on my mood. I refer to it by many things, but it is my favorite lunar symbol and my favorite witch symbol and my favorite goddess symbol. And I love how, up until a few seconds ago, my beloved alpha female Isis was looking right at me. And of course I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the feline goddess known as Isis. She is not looking at me. It's amazing. She was looking at me a few moments ago. I think she's camera shy. It's hard to believe because she is not a shy cat. She's not a shy creature at all. Anyway. Now, this is one of my personal favorite purchases from Notions and Potions, and I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous pendant. It is Aqua Aura, and it is stunning. And it was there for me. I didn't realize it was for me at the time, for months. I mean, I think this was in the store for more than a year. I'll have to ask Cheryl, who's the living goddess of notions and potions. But I finally had the opportunity to purchase this. In fact, it was the day before Notions and Potions closed to the public based on the COVID-19 situation. The chain I purchased from a beautiful Etsy shop, and it's so funny because it's a 40-inch chain, and it's perfect for this kind of a pendulum. And I must admit, it doesn't look all that strong, but it's pretty sturdy, and so far, you know, it's holding the weight very well. Hi, Isis. Hi. You approve of this pendant, don't you? And she approves of you, too. Not that you care, but yeah. Yeah, it's funny because it's a phallic-shaped crystal, and yet instinctively I'm referring to her in the feminine. And she is very okay with that. I don't know her name. I don't need to know her name. You know. Anyway. So, before I go any further, whatever beverage you have on hand, we're going to raise a toast. The beverage that I have, believe it or not, is neither coffee nor tea. It is this wondrous sparkling wine. It's called Apothic Sparkling Red. And, you know, red is traditionally the color of the mother, and the full moon is traditionally the color, the full moon is traditionally representative of the mother goddess aspect. So that it's a sparkling red makes it even better. By the way, I am quite enamored by this Apothic Sparkling Red. I do need to try their other wines, but Apothic is a fantastic brand of wines. It lends itself to magic and gothic and goth. I didn't mean to do the, you know, neck thing, but it just came out that way. But you know, it's funny because, you know, I'm not a big goth person, but I have an appreciation of some goth things and styles and music and whatnot. But to show you one of my personal favorite gifts from the Michelle Swan Graham, also known as Swan of Dreamers on YouTube and elsewhere. Drink up, witches! So a toast to whatever beverage you have on hand, to the full moon in Libra. May it bring the blessings of the goddess Isis, and may it bring healing and clarity and harmony. Oh, that's so good. Okay. So now to the main topic of this video. So, hi. Now you know I'm doing a video, right? Don't you know that? And by the way, this is my first video in my new chair. Another awesome gift from my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos. Anyway, so I make a point of not watching the news and not visiting news websites. However, I am aware of what's going on planet Earth with regards to COVID-19, or as it's more commonly known, coronavirus. It has taken me a while to more effectively handle the stress that I have experienced. And, you know, it's so funny, I tend to forget how empathic I am. And it's strange, because one would think I am notoriously mindful of the fact that I'm empathic. And for the most part, yes, I am very mindful of how empathic I am. And sometimes I just forget, strangely enough. But the long and short of it is that a few weeks ago, I experienced a massive case of indigestion for the first time in years. You know, and I personally refrain from eating when I'm upset or angry, or cooking for that matter. I have watched like Water for Chocolate at least 3 times, so you know. But truly, I'm crystal clear that the stress of this entire situation and the mass hysteria and the fear and the anxiety, and thank you, Isis, but you know, some of these things can fall, and I've done plenty of exercise already. You're so cute. I hope my awesome audiovisual person is getting this on camera, because it's too cute for words. I love you. I love you. You know I'm doing a video, right? You don't care. because you're the goddess Isis incarnate. Okay. So long story short, I am aware of what's happening in the world. And now that I have a better handle on the stress, I feel healthier. Not that I was unhealthy before, but I feel more at peace. I feel more relaxed. And I'm definitely going back to getting things done. You know, the long and short of it is that I can't keep using COVID-19 as an excuse for not doing things. A lot of what I do primarily is from home. I do leave my apartment when I need to do so. There are some things that I cannot do from home. And there are some things that I feel more comfortable doing. Not to mention the fact that, as some of you know, last year I did not have the opportunity to fully appreciate spring. In fact, one could argue that I was, for lack of a better term or phrase, sequestered last spring. So I actually had the opportunity to go to a park not too long ago. In fact, it was Friday, April 3rd. And it gave me the opportunity to do something that I was long overdue to do. And that was give an offering of appreciation to the sacred fae. And spend time in nature. I really needed that. My body, mind, and soul needed that. Isn't that right? You look so beautiful. I'm so happy. You're so happy. I love you. I still want to wring your neck, but I love you. So, what's been happening lately is just I've been getting back on track with my professional psychic practice, with my YouTube videos, with cleaning and organizing my apartment, with throwing things away that I cannot donate right now because the places where I would donate them are closed. And it's so funny because last year around this time I was doing a lot of online shopping, and now I'm doing a lot more online shopping. Online shopping isn't a big deal for me. It's something that I don't do that often, but when I do it, it seems like I do it virtually every day, or at least it seems that way. I'm very happy that a new avenue of income opened up for me, and it's been interesting. I've been going through a lot of old emails, and I found an email that is going to be the topic of a future video, in fact. But I distinctly remember I've gotten to the point where I have a better handle on this situation, and I truly believe that things are getting better with regards to COVID-19 and the diminishing of the spread of that virus. I also feel, and it actually pains me to say this, you know, when I was younger, I learned about Woodward and Bernstein. And one of the things that I knew about them, or rather one of the few things that I knew about them at the time, was that they had set a standard of journalism with regards to their reporting of the Watergate scandal. And then, in fact, it was last year, I discovered that Netflix has the motion picture All the President's Men, which was based on the two reporters exposing the Watergate scandal. And it really has come to me, and I'm thoroughly convinced that the days of Woodward and Bernstein type journalism are long since dead. Now, the people that truly know me inside and out know that I don't make those statements lightly. I'm not a fan of the word dead for a lot of reasons. And I am thoroughly convinced that the days of the journalistic integrity of Woodward and Bernstein are long since dead. I have so little respect. I have more respect for a professional prostitute than I do for a journalist. I really do. And if there are any journalists watching this who are more than happy to tell me that they are practicing the principles of Woodward and Bernstein, please let me know, because I'd love to know who you are, because I would love to read what you're writing so that you can prove to me that the days of Woodward and Bernstein are not long since dead. They are alive and thriving. I would love to know that. I would need to know that. I do need to know that. You know, I really need to know that there are journalists that are more committed to reporting the truth and to maintaining integrity than spreading fear and hysteria and unholy madness and unnecessary chaos and ISIS. You are causing a lot of things to drop, and I'm not liking it. So I really think you need to go down. I love you, but you need to get down. If you drop something, I'm going to be very upset with you. You're going to drop something. So why don't you get down before you drop something? You know, if you drop something, I'm gonna lift you up and bring you down, right? Doesn't care. All right. Don't say it in. Now you're going down. What did I say? What did I say? Ugh. Living with a cat. I love you, but cojones. Or as I've been saying, like, coñazo. She's not even listening to me. All right. With that being said, ground and center, focus my mind. Okay. So, I'm not going to tell you to stay safe. I'm not going to tell you to be cautious. We already know what's going on. You know your body better than I will ever know your body. You know your life better than I will ever know your life. What I am going to say to you is do what you can to take extra special care of yourself physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, etc., etc., etc. That's number one. And number two, you might want to consider watching less news, reading less news, especially if it's filling you with anxiety and terror and frustration and panic and all these other negative emotions that are not doing your complete being any good. And I am thoroughly convinced that now more than ever I cannot read any email that has the surname of number 45. I just can't do it anymore. And now more than ever I must refrain from reading anything that has to do with that man. I can't do it anymore. I really cannot. And now more than ever I refuse to do it. I just refuse to do it. I'm taking a sip of my beautiful Apothic sparkling red. Oh, that's so good. I'm telling you, this is so good. I've mentioned my mother's an alcoholic on previous videos, and I'm telling you, it takes a lot for me to willingly consume an alcoholic beverage. I'm more comfortable with it now, thoroughly. And I have it on good authority that Dionysus loves spending time in my body. You know, the Greek god of wine and ecstasy. He really digs my innards. Anyway, so with that being said, I really feel that we have a responsibility to take extra special care of ourselves. We really do. And I have always said that before we can begin to take care of another person, we must take care of ourselves first. Even if we just give ourselves 5 minutes, that 5 minutes is going to make a difference. For some of you it needs to be more than 5 minutes, and by all means, take as much time as you need to nourish and nurture yourself completely, and then begin to take care of another person, or another animal, or a situation, or what have you. I will say I've taken more naps since this whole outbreak began than I have ever taken in my entire, well, not in my entire life, but let's just say that a lot. And personally, I'm also happy. I mean, I'm really in a good place now in my complete life. And some of you may recall that January was an incredibly sucky birthday month for me. Other than my birthday, and I think it was the 26th, the last Sunday of January of this year, between January 8th and the last Sunday of January, my birthday was supremely sucky. And the fact that with each passing month, my world and my life has gotten better and better makes me so happy. And you know what? I will not apologize for feeling happy right now. I will not apologize for feeling healthy right now. I will not apologize that a new avenue of income was made available to me last month. And by all means, do not apologize for your prosperity. Do not apologize for your peace. Do not apologize for your health. Do not apologize for your plenty. If you're doing good right now, then celebrate that, bask in that. And if you are not doing good right now, the only way you can go is up. The only way you can feel is better. We are stronger than circumstances. We absolutely are. And we have the right and the responsibility to triumph over any and all challenges. Not tumultuousness, not uncertainty, but challenges. I read an email 2 weeks ago that said, tumultuous times. I was like, tumultuous times? Who is this fucking bitch? Who is this fucking idiota de mierda? I was like, tumultuous times? What seed do you want to plant in people's minds? You fucking idiot. I was shocked. I was appalled. I was outraged. I was like, how can you do that? I don't even remember who sent it. All I remember was as soon as I read that, that was an automatic deletion. I mean, oh, I got lightheaded just saying that. I apologize, YouTube. I did not mean to put that in your space. Cancel, clear, delete, cancel, clear, delete, cancel, clear, delete. I have come to fully appreciate wine. I never did. I'll admit that. There's actually a t-shirt out there somewhere that says, it's wine o'clock somewhere. I would love that t-shirt, by the way. Are you hearing me, YouTube? Hearing me, universe? I would love that t-shirt. And you know I'll be drinking a glass of wine when I drink it, right? Right. But seriously, take care of you. You know what you need to do. You know what works best for you. I have not left my apartment unless it was absolutely necessary. I have also left my apartment when I felt a strong need to find out what's happening in my area, because I trust my eyes and I trust my ears much, much more than any news broadcast or newspaper or news magazine. And I say that with no malice, no hesitation, and no apologies. Anyway, this video is longer than I thought it would be, and I apologize for that. My intention was to keep this short and sweet, but clearly I have a lot of things to say about this. So in short, take good care of you, nourish you, nurture you, honor what you feel, honor what you need. The water, the foods, the beverages, the sleep, the routines, the rituals. May this new moon in Libra bring all of you blessings of love and light, money and magic, and harmony and healing. Amun. As always, YouTube, thank you so much for honoring who I am and what I do. I wish you many blessings. And remember, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you.